second grade. So we are going to get started by you having to imitate me or mimic me or mirror me in your actions for a song about a hat. So I need you to watch me carefully and do what I do. So any ideas of what this song is about? What kind of a hat? This kind of a hat is called a tricorn hat. Now we can see it in this picture here. The gentlemen are wearing it. Now, to remember about a tricorn hat, we need to remember that tri is a prefix that means three. Remember, like when we do triangle, okay, a triangle has three sides and three corners. So that's why this is called a tricorn hat, because it has three corners. A hat with three corners, as I said, is called a tricorn hat. Tricorn hats were worn more than 200 years ago. Think during George Washington's time. And that picture I showed you is not George Washington. Because of their shape, they would not blow off your head easily. This was useful since many people rode horses at the time. That's how they got around. Cars weren't invented yet. So here, I have some cloth dolls from Williamsburg, Virginia. Okay, if you've ever heard of Colonial Williamsburg, they have interpreters that dress up like people from colonial times. And these are dolls that are dressed up like people from colonial times. And if you notice, all three of them are wearing a tricorn hat. Now, these are kind of made from felt or cloth, so they're not as stiff as actual tricorn hats that you would see people wearing. These are just on dolls. So they're not quite as stiff as what you would see. But if you notice, they have three corners. 1, 2, 3. Yes, boys would wear ponytails. Back then it was called a queue. Okay. So this is kind of what they would dress like then, with their tricorn hat. So we're going to listen to this song, and I want you to follow the motions as we listen. So now let's listen to the pronunciation of the German words, because this song is in German.
Hi, guten Tag. My name is Herlinde Schock. I grew up in a small village in Austria on a beautiful lake in the foothills of the Alps. Over 20 years ago, I came to this country and got my degree in languages and literature. You will now be learning the words to a song I often sang as a child, Mein Hut, which means my hat. Fangen wir an. Let's begin. Mein Hut,
Mein Hut,
er hat,
hat
3 Ecken.
3 Ecken.
Dreieck,
Dreieck.
hat
Hat
mein Hut.
mein Hut.
Und het
Het
nicht
nicht
3 Ecken,
3 Ecken.
dann ist
Dann ist
nicht
nicht
mein Hut.
mein Hut.
Now let's learn to sing this song in both English and in German. So let's practice it with the German first, since we just went over the pronunciation. We'll take it slow. Repeat after me. Mein Hut, hat 3 Ecken. Mein Hut, 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken. Dann ist nicht mein Hut. Good, let's practice it that way one more time. Mein Hut, nicht. I started to sing the wrong words. Mein Hut, hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken. Dann ist nicht mein Hut. Good, let's do the English. My hat, it has 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. And had it not 3 corners, it would not be my hat. Good, let's do it that way one more time. My hat, it has 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. And had it not 3 corners, it would not be my hat. Good. Let's see if we can sing that with the recording, both in German and in English.
Mein Hut, hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist nicht mein Hut. My hat, it has 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. It's not 3 corners, it would not be my hat. Mein Hut, hat 3 Ecken. 3 Ecken hat mein Hut. Und hat nicht 3 Ecken, dann ist nicht mein Hut.
Now, we're going to move on to something else that has something with threes. We're going to learn about the minuet. And the minuet was a dance that was popular in the late 1700s. Minuet means little steps. Now, in a minuet, the beat moves in groupings of three, like a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or, no, that's more of a waltz. But a minuet uses, like a waltz, little steps. And these little steps are to be intended to be more graceful. Now, here is a painting of people during that time, how they would dress and dance. And this was painted by Giovanni Domenico Tiepolo. And he was an Italian painter during the 1700s. His father was a great painter and was his teacher as well. Now, we're going to look at these rhythm patterns. And I want you to clap and say the rhythm patterns. So for this one, remember for a quarter note, we say do. For double eighth notes, we say do-day. And a half note, we say do, but we hold it out over 2 beats because it's worth 2 beats. A dotted half note, we say do again, but this time we hold it out for over 3 beats. That's where our 3 comes in. So here we go. Do, do-day, do-day, do, do-day, do-day. Your turn. Do, do-day, do-day, do, do-day, do-day. Good. Here's number 2. Do, do-day, do, do, do-day, do. One more time. Do, do-day, do, do, do-day, do. Number 3. Do, 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 do. One more time. Do, 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 do. Excuse me for a minute. Bailey? My cat was doing something he shouldn't. Here's number 4. Do, do. One more time. Do, do. Finally, number 5. Do-day, do-day, do. Do-day, do-day, do. Do-day, do-day, do. Do-day, do-day, do. Good. Now, this minuet that we're going to listen to comes from a play. And we're going to follow the listening map. And we're going to listen for the different brass instruments taking turns in the melody. But also, I want you to see if you can spot any of the rhythms or hear any of the rhythms that we just practiced. So let's listen again to see if we can figure out the pattern. So if we follow along, we'll hear the A section, the B section, and then finally the last section. And they come back in different patterns. So let's listen. So if you paid attention, we went A, B, B, A, B. So in the middle, the B section repeated, but it does not repeat the last time. Were you able to hear what the different brass instruments were? We had the trumpet, the French horn, the trombone, and all the brass instruments, or the tuba. So, in line 1, it was the French horn. The second line, it was the trumpet. That was the A section. In the B section, it went back and forth. Lines 3 and 4, trombone, trumpet, trombone, trumpet. And then the last line was all the brass instruments. Now, do you think that style of music was appropriate for that painting or for a minuet dance? I think so. It, had that light movement going on that would be in a minuet for those tiny steps. Now, did the instruments sound like they were taking turns, kind of like we did with Come Back Home, My Little Chicks? Yeah, they were going back and forth. So, what kind of a hat did we talk about today? A tricorn hat, which means it had 3 corners. And our beat groupings in our minuet song and in our song for Mein Hut, or my hat, had 3. Each measure had 3 beats in it. So I hope you enjoyed your lesson, and I will see you next week. Bye.